Hello there, and welcome back to another video. Today we're on episode 4 of our 7 Days of Huevember Bleach Edition series, and today's episode is the color green. I think the character that I'll be drawing will become incredibly obvious incredibly shortly, so I don't even think it's worth keeping it a secret. But I decided that after the headache that Indigo and Blue were, I would just treat myself kindly. I would give myself a break. I wouldn't try to be overly ambitious. I wouldn't try to do something super complicated, and I just decided to just draw Nell sitting there and looking cute. That was the prerogative of green. Draw Nell sitting there and looking cute. And yeah, overall this one went incredibly well. I did not cry. I did not have trauma. I did not get flashbacks. It was calm. It was relaxing. It was chill. She came out really cute. She came out really happy. I really enjoyed drawing her skull mask. For some reason, I thought it was a lot smaller before I drew it. I thought it was like super tiny on her head. Maybe that's like, I don't know. I feel like in one of the omics or in one of the sections of it, her mask is a lot smaller, but it takes up her whole head. But yeah, overall this came together really easily, really quickly. I had a lot of fun with it. I decided to just try to play around a little bit when we get to the background, but overall this was chill, calm, relaxing, life-giving, since the theme of the page is green. I will say that, also again with the background, I'm not sure if I'm super fond of the green that I chose for the background. I think it looks particularly streaky, but I'll live with it, honestly. It was kind of funny because for greens I actually had a lot more markers to play with. I think I had like 4 different greens to choose from. There were lots, like, I didn't have a particularly light green. I did have a couple, like several darker greens, more like cool tone, more warm tone, more olivey tone, more desaturated. So I ended up just using a couple of them for the most part. But yeah, overall I chose Nell. This is the second of the lovely ladies, though this one's more of a sweet little girl rather than her lovely lady version. And yeah, overall this one was a walk in the park, not ambitious like the first, not a struggle like the second and third, just cute, relaxing, wholesome Nell. Yeah, overall this is the halfway point roughly of the challenge. I really at this point felt like I would easily be able to accomplish it. I was very much loving how the spread was coming together in my sketchbook. Just flipping through it made me really happy. But between this one and the next one is, I feel like, the largest gap, because Pokemon came out and then I had a work week. So it's the largest gap in between sittings right after this one, but I'm very happy and proud of myself to have completed it. And again, like, it feels like this just started. We're 3 minutes in and the character's basically already done. I think after I added the background, I did come back in and like thicken up some lines to make sure that they stood out correctly. But yeah, overall I returned to the hatching routes, or I guess before the background I thinned up some lines. But yeah, hatching, and then the block shading with the background, and then I think at the end I came back with a white pen to add some more bits and bobs. I had my AirPods case propping up the sketchbook because at this point I had noticed, and maybe you'll have noticed before then, that, you know, the back of my head peeks in a lot in these videos because I was just so focused that I wasn't quite paying attention to the kind of like framing so much. So I was more conscious in this one moving forward to make sure that we didn't have cameos of the back of my head popping in to the recording. So that's also partly why some of the previous episodes in this series were cropped a little bit closer, more zoomed in, just because I was trying to minimize the amount of time that you guys had to witness my scalp. But yes, overall green was very much relaxing, change of pace, nothing too complicated, nothing too stressful. The darkest part of it is the black, and this is me trying to kind of set her in Hueco Mundo. And yeah, I was kind of scared for a little bit that this green would die on me, but surprisingly it didn't. It seems like I don't use these greens as often as I use the blues, indigos, or whatnot. The reds especially, you'll see when we get to red. I feel like that red marker is like very much hanging on for dear life. But we're not talking about red, we're talking about green. I added a couple of the Hueco Mundo trees and then a little bit of a hint of Las Noches, the castle back there overall. But yeah, this was a quick and easy, super fun Nell for green, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next episode.